Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? You guys doing because today is Friday, and yes, I know I did not make a video for the last 2 days, but I haven't felt that great. So, I went and saw the orthopedic specialist dude today, and I got myself a nice big gigantic boot, which you'll see. I'll probably throw a picture here or somewhere close to, you'll see. So the good news is the bone fracture is relatively small, so it's not a humongous fracture. He said it could have been a lot worse. He said that the ligaments are definitely torn, and we've got some issues with weakness now on that ankle, and that I'm allowed to have the boot off as long as I'm not going to walk. If I'm walking anywhere or doing anything, I have to have the boot on. And he said that I can't go walking like miles and miles and miles and miles because, I asked. I was like, well, if it's a walking boot, I'm just, if it's walking boot. And he's like, no, this is for you to get around in to keep your ankles stabilized. He's like, this is not to go walking it all over, the neighborhood with. Plus, the damn thing feels like I'm carrying lead. But 4 to 6 weeks, and then I have to switch to a lace-up brace that I will have to use pretty much for the rest of my life when I exercise. He said because the weakening in that area could have me injuring that ankle over and over and over again. So we can't have that. This does mean that I could start going upstairs, which means that I don't have to live in my living room, which would be nice, but just for tonight, because that means I have to carry all my shit back upstairs. I ain't in the mood. I don't feel like it. I'm a pass. But, yeah, anyway, so Matthew's, I think he went to go get lunch. Well, technically it would be breakfast-ish for him. And then we'll probably end up watching movies for the rest of the night. That's pretty much what we like to do. Netflix, movies, just general crap. So I do notice a huge difference. I took some pictures of my foot and stuff like that, like after we took off the splint. The bruising goes all the way to the top of my foot, and yeah, because I gave it a good crack. So he was like not surprised I was able to walk home, because I asked, I was like, did I do more damage than good, walking home on it? He's like, well, this kind of fracture and this kind of fracture and the way I sprained my ankle, like, yes, it hurt, but I don't think you guys understand when someone's in chronic, and I don't mean just like, every once in a while I hurt. I have chronic pain. That means from the moment I wake up in the middle of the night and when I go to sleep, I'm in pain, in some sort of pain. And you learn to ignore it after a while. You just learn to kind of ignore as much as you possibly can because the show must go on. And I think for me it's hard because a lot of times people see you endure a lot of things that, they're afraid to do or they've never done before, and they wonder how you're able to do it. And they will either do one of two things in my experience. One, that, they'll be like, oh my God, you're just amazing. I can't believe you're able to do that. Or two, they think that you're not as bad as you say you are because you're able to do it. When in actuality, people, I'm not even going to say people like me. I'm going to say me. I will power through anything if I want something bad enough. If I want something bad enough, there is nothing that is going to stop me from getting it. I don't do, like, that is just the way I am. If I don't see anything as an unobtainable goal. Like, there's always wiggle room. There's always some way to figure out a way to do something. And again, that's like super important to me, is that squirrel. That was 100% squirrel moment. Whatever I said, it was important. Just know that. whatever the hell I just mentioned was super fucking important, and don't you ever forget it. Yeah, so I'll wear a brace on my ankle underneath my shoe if I'm gonna work out, which you know I'm gonna. This doesn't mean that I can't go, like, I can't have Elise drop me off at the gym and I can do arms and chest and back and, you know, work out my other leg meets. Like, you know what I'm saying? If my ankle is stabilized, like, I should be able to still work out my other leg, and back and core and stuff like that. I don't do well being pent up. I think I've told you guys this before. I am a Sagittarius. I do not like being caged. I do not like being tied down. I don't like being forced to do shit I don't want to do. Like, it drives me up the fucking wall. Like, I'm just like, I have to get out of here. And that's what I was saying. Like, a lot of the time I will power through whatever pain or anguish or, you know, I'm dealing with, just to get it over with, just to prove that I can do it, just to prove to myself that, you know, pain is temporary. But not trying and not living, you know, that would be the worst part of that whole thing, is that if I didn't try every time something hurt a little bit or hurt a lot, if I didn't continuously get back up and say, no, I'm going to do it this time, or I'm going to try this again. I can't tell you how many times I failed at something, and I will not give up until I get it done. But, like, if it takes me 2,000 times, 2,000, there you go, 2,000. That would be 2,000. That's not the point. 2,000 times. Then I would do it 2,000 times until I get it right. So I just don't see anything as completely unobtainable. That is within reason, like becoming a millionaire or, you know, like weird shit. But as far as like health and fitness, I don't see anything that's completely unobtainable. Like, plastic surgery does wonders. Like, you know, I was like, I want to look like Christy Brinkley, like way back in the day. Well, you can, but that's a lot of surgery. That's a lot of money, but it's not obtainable. Alright, guys. Other than that, yeah, so I've got a really nice boot. You'll see some pictures of it. I'm doing okay. Drinking plenty of water. Hopefully within the next month I can transition into the smaller brace and go and do what I want to do, because I don't like being down and out. It makes me unhappy. I like to be able to get up and go. And yes, I've slowed down. I will not do more than I'm supposed to. I'm doing the best. I'm doing it. Slowing my rolling. Slowing my rolling. Yeah, I'm slowed down. So, yeah. Alright, guys. I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I really, really hope everybody had a fantastic Friday. Let me know down below what you guys are doing for the weekend. Is there anything fun you're going to do? Is there any fun places you're going to go? What's the temperature there? Is it still miserable? Like, you know, that kind of stuff. I'd love to know. I have zero, there we go, things to do or places to go or anybody to see. I'm just going to sit in my house and convalesce with my broken leg meats. And hopefully, yeah, I'm just going to convalesce with my broken leg meats and try to move all my stuff back upstairs, because I want to sleep in my bed. This couch is very small. So very small couch. So small. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.